What's going on, guys? It's your boy Scrub here, back again with another video. Hope you guys are having an absolutely fantastic day. I know I am, and if you are, be sure to press the like button. Otherwise, no joke, no scam. You're gonna get stuck in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater permanently. You'll never be able to see anyone you love again because you'll be stuck being controlled by me and failing constantly, and you don't want that to happen. Real talk, guys, today I have a story about a Nerf war I had one time at one of my friend's birthday parties. I made another video about Nerf wars I had in college one time, and you guys really liked it, so I figured I would make this one just give it a shot. Regardless, this one definitely is the most legendary. There were people using Nerf guns in the pool and stuff, and overall it was just a good time. And yeah, without further ado, let's get right into some savage Nerf gun war existence.
It's not good. Nice rack in her ass Brazilian. Just turned 21, but my bank's a million. Swear I'm a little drunk, but it's a hell of a feeling.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, what's poppin' and oppin'? So, when I was a young gentleman, Nerf guns were basically the coolest thing ever. From the ages of like 9 to 12, I unironically thought Nerf guns were dope. I was playing with them all the time, and I'm gonna be honest, even as an adult, I still think that they're unironically fun. I went through this weird period when I was a teenager where like, I pretended they weren't really fun to mess around with, but trust me, they are. But regardless, this story takes place during my friend Logan's 11th birthday. He was basically the goat of Nerf guns. His parents, basically gave this dude a small armory and were like, all right, do whatever you want, be responsible, don't shoot each other in the eye, and have a great time. So whenever he would have like a get-together or a birthday party, it was always well known as like about to get crazy because he just had so many Nerf guns and so many bullets, and he had a dope house and a pool, so like it was just always a really good time. And regardless, his birthday party was coming up, and sure enough, we all got invited, and he told everybody to bring their favorite Nerf gun and some ammunition because we were gonna be having a Nerf war. And I know a lot of you guys are thinking like, oh, you guys were gonna chase around each other in the backyard for a bit and, just goof off that way. And I'm gonna be honest, yeah, that's what most people think when they think of a Nerf war, but us in our 11-year-old minds accidentally launched a Nerf war that lasted the whole weekend. Like, it started Friday night and it ended Sunday when my parents came to pick me up type of situation, like, we got a little bit too into it. Regardless, though, I felt like a G.I. Joe kid for the weekend, so that was pretty fun. And yeah, so basically, I pull up to this birthday party with my Nerf gun in tow. I'm ready to get oppin' and droppin'. I'm not ready to get messed around and pushed around by anybody else here. I don't know who they are, but, they clearly are not on the same elite level of Nerf gunnery as I am because I'm just the GOAT Nerfer at this point, or at least my little kid self is thinking that. I don't know what it is about being a little kid, but I swear, I just thought I was, like, secretly really good at everything, dude. It was too many Disney Channel movies where, like, the kid is secretly really good at the thing he wants to be good at. And yeah, sometimes you have a secret talent, but sometimes you're just not talented, and that's okay. And I was not built to be a commando. I was not actually good at being in a Nerf war because, I don't know, I was a child. But for some reason, dude, I was like acting all cool with my Nerf gun, prepared to, be the greatest G.I. Joe that I could possibly be. And it was go time. And one of the things that Logan didn't tell me before he invited me to this birthday party was how many people were going to be there. Like, usually when you're hanging out at somebody's house, the max group is 5-6 people. But no, I don't know how he managed to convince his parents this was a good idea or how his parents thought this was a good idea. But there were like 30 of us there. And I'm not saying that, his parents weren't capable of doing it. I'm just saying the idea now as an adult of having to watch like 30 11-year-olds sounds absolutely horrifying, dude. Like, when I was 11, I literally thought I was a commando because I had a Nerf gun. Trying to imagine controlling 30 of me just does not sound very pleasant, dude. Like, yeah, some 11-year-olds are absolutely dope, I'm sure, but I mean, the idea of having 30 of them running around my house does not seem super dope. But regardless, I get there. There's like 30 kids, and sure enough, right within everybody getting there, Logan rounds everybody up, and he basically is like, look, we're going to do 2 different teams on the Nerf war. Here are the rules, and he outlines the rules. And basically, each team is going to get to pick a base, and then you have a flag, and you can't let anybody take your flag. If you're shot, you have to go inside the house for 20 minutes, which is you being gone until you respawn. Like, he had this entire rulebook printed out. I'm not gonna lie, in retrospect, that's pretty impressive, because it was some pretty in-depth rules. It seems like he had thought about basically every complaint that most people have about normal Nerf wars of like, hey, you're not out, or like, oh, once I'm out permanently. Nah, none of that. So Sure enough, he sets to pick one team because it's his birthday, and he lets another kid pick his team. And I was one of his first picks, probably because, I was an elite Dragon Force Nerf level sniper out there. Regardless, I really don't know why he picked me, but I appreciated it. And he decides that our base is going to be upstairs inside of the house in this playroom thing, because there was only one way in and it was really easy to guard. So, sure enough, that's our base. And the other team, they decide that they're going to have their base in the hot tub of the pool, which, Nerf guns in the pool probably don't sound like they mix, but if everybody's being very careful and not dropping them in, it's not that bad. Like, the bullets can basically get wet, really. You just can't put them in the gun right when they're wet, but for the most part, it's okay. So they decide to have their base behind the hot tub because it's impossible for us to really sneak up on them. Like, we have to walk around the pool, and there's no way to be really sneaky by the pool. So sure enough, we're like, all right, it's war. So we get our 15 people, and we go upstairs, and we're setting up booby traps and whatnot, dude. And we were getting pretty home alone with it, I'm not gonna lie. At one point, one of the 15 kids, I don't remember which one of us it was exactly, rigged up this thing where when they opened the door into this playroom, there was a Nerf gun aiming at the door that was just gonna pop off and like hit whoever had opened the door, And he had rigged it with like dental floss, which some humans are dumb, like most of us now can just know how to check Twitter notification, but kids low-key be ingenuitive, dude. Like, we were setting up booby traps with Nerf guns to make sure our flag couldn't get captured. I wish I could have put in half the amount of effort I did into Nerf wars as I did into school, and I probably wouldn't have barely graduated. I might have actually gotten into a good college with a scholarship. But whatever, school is lame. I'd much rather spend my time doing Nerf wars, apparently. So we get our base set up, and we're kind of looking out the window because we can see into the backyard from our base, which low-key, big strategic advantage if I can see what the enemy team is planning, and we're kind of watching them set up their defenses and the flag and whatnot, and we're just keeping an eye on them, and sure enough, that whole day is kind of just back and forth. Like, they would launch an attack on our base, it wouldn't go well. We'd launch an attack on their base, it wouldn't go well, and it gets to the point where it's like 9 p.m. and nobody's won or lost yet. Everybody still has their flag, and I really, to this day, don't know how this is possible, but somehow all like 30 people, I think 2 people went home, but 28 people managed to get their parents to let them spend the night so we could finish this Nerf game, dude. Like, it was intense. And what's even more intense about it is like the way that we were launching the assaults on each other and whatnot wasn't just like kids running at the door with Nerf guns, dude. Like, unironically, they would be checking corners, going up the stairs and stuff, just all pretending to be, some Call of Duty operators. Keep in mind, we're like 10, so imagine being this kid's parents and like walking out of your master bedroom and seeing 3 10-year-olds just covered in Nerf gear, like army crawling on the floor, trying not to be spotted by the enemy team at the other end of the hall, and realizing that you got yourself in over your head. Like, genuinely, I don't know what this kid's parents must have been thinking for these 2 days, because we were taking it so seriously, like unironically treating it like it was a real matter of life and death. And yes, that's ridiculous that, we were treating it that seriously, but hey, 10-year-olds take Nerf wars very seriously, alright? It is what it is, there's nothing you can do about it. Anyways, the first night comes, and we decide that we're gonna launch like this giant nighttime assault with strobe lights on the tops of our Nerf guns and stuff. So we go find all these flashlights, and we get them like in a strobing formation. And this was the birthday boy's plan. It was his plan that this was gonna be able to get us the flag. So we were all like super down. We thought it was gonna be a good time, dude. So we go outside and we turn on the strobe lights, and we start running towards the hot tub. And we get to the hot tub, and we realize that there's literally nobody there. Like, where there used to be this flag and all these people is empty now, and the flag is just kind of sitting there by the hot tub, dude. And it really felt like something out of an action movie. Everything's all still. We could hear the water kind of flowing out of the hot tub into the pool, and the flag was just kind of there, and we had all our flashlights on, we're looking around, and then all of a sudden, dude, there's screaming, and people pop out of the water, grab their Nerf guns off the edge of the water, and start shooting us with Nerf bullets. These kids had heard us coming and gotten into the pool and held their breath until we were all by the hot tub. And because it was dark out and like we just expected them to be in the hot tub, we weren't paying attention, Their hiding wasn't necessarily good, but like these kids were so committed to the game that they were hiding underwater just to make sure they could get the drop on us, dude. So we get absolutely obliterated. We're all crouched down like, we're under fire. Somebody's like, I'm gonna distract them. He stands up and gets hit by, 4 Nerf bullets and is like, no. We're all being all dramatic about it because we're 11 and we think this is what war's like. Like, obviously, just being ridiculous little kids because that's just what you do. So we're like getting eaten alive. And sure enough, basically all of us get out except for the 4 people that we had left back to guard the base. So they don't get our flag, but we get obliterated after trying our little nighttime raid thing. And after the nighttime raid, the birthday boy got all discouraged because it was his plan that had failed, So he's like, look, we're just going to play defense and try to outlast them, I think we can do it. Like, he had basically given up all hope of actually winning by stealing their flag, which, come on, man, that's pretty lame. If you start a Nerf capture the flag war, you got to follow through with it. It can't be your birthday and you give up and just say, oh, play defense. Like, nah, dude, we're gonna score, we're gonna take care of this. But he was kind of like, I'm not coming up with any more plans, you guys are kind of got to be in charge of anything on attack, and I'm keeping 6 people here, da-da-da-da-da. And a bunch of the people who were on my team also decided, they were like, yeah, I'm just gonna stay here and play defense, I don't feel like getting embarrassed again, they were all scared. So me and one other kid are like the only people on our team now after we get obliterated that still want to go try to take their flag. And the second day we were just kind of like trying to come up with the plan. Sure enough, nothing's really happening. So on Saturday night, we decide that we're going to get something into gear. And so that entire day I'm racking my brain trying to come up with a plan. And finally, the only other kid who was willing to go on and attack their base with me, I'm going to name him Austin. Austin comes up with this idea. He's like, hear me out, okay? So they waited underwater last time, remember? Like, we were trying to get the flag, and when we came out, they were just waiting underneath the water for us to pass. And I'm like, yeah. And he says, well, what if we got straws from the kitchen and we like held our breath and went underwater to the jacuzzi, got the flag, and then went back underwater like a stealth mission, And I was like, okay, I'm listening. And he says, and then once we get the flag in the water, we have everybody else launch a normal assault, right, to like cause a distraction. And they'll be so distracted by everybody attacking them that they won't even notice that the flag is gone until it's back at our base. And I'm like, okay, this seems like a fantastic plan. I'm going to be honest, it has everything that you look for in a plan. It's something that they would do in an action movie, which means it's probably not actually good for winning, but like it's going to be fun to do. And B, it just sounds cool, dude. Me and him are going to get straws and sneak up to their base and steal their goods, and then our team's going to launch a fake assault to distract them while we get the flag back to base. Like, tell me that just doesn't sound dope. I'm trying to be like James Bond, but me being nice, I decide that I'm going to let Logan, the birthday boy, be one of the people that goes underwater. So it's going to be him and Austin. They're going to be the ones that go underwater and go grab the flag. And I'm going to be in charge of leading the assault on their base to like cause the distraction for once they get the flag. So obviously the rest of the day on Saturday we fight off a couple attacks, but we're basically just preparing for our plan. We were leaving 6 people behind. Like, we weren't gonna risk it for the biscuit entirely. Like, we knew we wanted to win, but we also didn't want to get screwed on defense. So it basically is gonna be Austin and Logan in the water, and then me and 4 other guys that were gonna like launch the attack diversion thing. So we're getting all ready, dude. Everyone's all nervous. We're all loading up our Nerf guns, double checking to make sure. Oh my goodness, Caleb, I'm recording, sir. Anyways, yeah, we're all double checking our Nerf guns, making sure that they're all loaded. Everybody's making sure they have extra ammo. And sure enough, about 10 minutes before I'm supposed to like launch my assault on their base, they leave and they're like, oh my goodness, Caleb is just not gonna let me do this. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry, I have conquered the ginormous beast that can be found on my Instagram, my corgi. But regardless, we're ready, and about 10 minutes before we're supposed to go down, they leave, and I'm watching out the window, and I'm seeing them, like, creep into the pool, and one end of the pool was covered in, like, all these trees. They had this alcove type of thing that was providing shade for the pool. It looked really cool, probably a giant pain to clean, but whatever. And they're kind of, like, creeping into the pool, dude, and they each had, like, 4 silly straws in their mouth. Now, I don't know if you've ever tried to be the guy who can breathe underwater with a straw. It's really hard. Like, the human body needs a little bit more oxygen that can be provided through a straw. So they get in, and sure enough, they both kind of realize that this kind of sucks. So they're trying to come up with something else. And finally, one of them sees like a 10-gallon bucket behind them that had been used to, I don't know, carry something to the pool or whatnot. And they like flip it upside down and make one of those de facto, oh my goodness, Caleb! All right, now the beast has been conquered. Regardless, they take this bucket and they make like a little submarine and put it on their heads. And they are going underwater. Only one of them, though, Logan, is going. And he's kind of making his way across the water. But sure enough, the other people don't notice. There are ripples in the water. Like, it's kind of obvious that there's something, but they haven't seen the back door open or like anyone get in the water. So it's not like they're really looking for it. And also, we're 11, so we're really dumb. Like, look, they're all distracted. They've been up all night, you know, they're tired, they're all goofing off, and like, you want them to notice some ripples in the water just slowly moving towards them? The answer is no. There's a reason every death in Jaws is somebody not paying attention, and it's because those are the only people that don't see the shark coming, you know? Like, hey, obviously, man-eating shark in the water. Just stay out of it. For some people, that's difficult knowledge. I'm not saying that Logan is a man-eating shark, but he's pretty close. Regardless, he gets to the edge of the jacuzzi, his hand creeps up, he grabs the flag, and as soon as I see that, I'm like, all right, let's go. So, me and my little squad run out, dude, and we might as well have just, like, painted our bodies with targets and let them hit bullseyes, because I'm not even kidding. We open the door and we step out, and we just start getting lit up immediately. At one point, I'm hiding behind one of the deck chairs, dude, and it is literally shaking with the amount of Nerf bullets that are hitting it. And Nerf bullets aren't very strong. There was just, 14 people just blasting at me with all of their might, and like everybody else in my little squad had gotten out except for one other guy. So it's me and this dude, and I basically, we're just in survive mode. We just have to survive till they get the flag inside, because once they do that, they're gonna have to get past us to go stop them, and they're gonna be running, and like the odds of them getting stopped are fine, but I basically just have to hold out, dude. And you know that Halo Reach mission at the end where it's just like last until the end? That's basically what it felt like, dude. They're just all taking shots at me. I'm kind of just ghost firing, sticking my Nerf gun over and just letting it spray everywhere because I just, did not feel like getting blasted in the face with a Nerf dart. Call me a pansy all you want, but yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that's what I did. The other guy had this moment where he looked at me and he's like, I'm doing it for the team, and he jumped out from behind cover and started running towards them, and I watched him get smacked 90 times with Nerf bullets, and he was like, ow, stop, and they wouldn't stop. So yeah, I was fine. I was just hiding behind there, and they were also too scared to approach me because everyone was afraid to get hit with Nerf bullets for some reason. Like, now it's not scary, but it felt very serious when I was a kid, okay? Regardless, finally, after I felt like forever sitting there, I finally get tagged and I'm out, and I go inside, and as I go inside, I see Logan and Austin going upstairs. Like, they are going upstairs. So I knew that we got the W, and as soon as I come inside, I hear them being like, the flag's gone! So they all just rush inside as fast as humanly possible, and they're trying to make a beeline for the stairs, but I think even in their mind, they knew it was too late, and when they were about halfway up the stairs, my team started cheering and being like, yeah, and it was GG, and I'm gonna be honest with you, this all happened, I'm not even kidding, at like, 1 in the morning on a Sunday, just a bunch of 10-year-olds playing Nerf. We had started Saturday night, but by the time all of this got executed, it was like the middle of Sunday night, so really, I was in a 2-day long Nerf war that ended with somebody sneaking across a pool and grabbing the flag because, I don't know, apparently we were just really bored. Like, really, I wish I could go back in time and relive all this stuff now, dude. Maybe that'll be the first fan meetup I have after the world goes back to normal, is just an insane Nerf war with people, like, sneaking across pools and whatnot. But that also sounds like a giant pain to organize, so maybe not. I'm also not trying to get sued by somebody's Karen mom. Like, that just sounds awful. Regardless, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video about this Nerf war. It was good. It was good. So it deserves a like and a comment, please. I'm kidding, guys. All jokes aside, if you wouldn't mind taking a second to comment the word Nerf down below, Nerf or nothing, it helps the video do better and I'd appreciate it. Check out this haha merch. It is pretty dope. You can go ahead and get that at the Teespring store that is down below. Other than that, if you are a new subscriber, I personally would recommend subscribing and turning on notifications so that way you never miss a video. I upload videos like this every single day, and that's not a joke. I'm on like a 3-month streak on this channel. The other ones I might get off sometimes, but I'm actually kind of popping on this one. Regardless, thank you all so much for the support. I wouldn't be able to do my dream job or any of this without you. If you want to follow me on any other social medias, the Twitter is at Scrubby_69. The Instagram is just at Scrubby. And check out Scrubby Stories on TikTok. It's the TikTok where I've been posting highlights of some of my older videos. I'm just trying to get but trying to get the channel growing again. So if you wouldn't mind checking that out, I would appreciate it. That's everything I gotta plug. Thank you so much. Don't get anyone pregnant. If you do, make sure they're hot, and hopefully I will see you guys all tomorrow with another video. I'm out. Peace.